Korea epitomizes the rags to riches story, and countless Koreans have embodied this spirit and have worked to allow Korea to become the economic powerhouse it is today. But their success doesn't end here. On this episode of The Globalists, we meet one Korean who has gone from Korea to the United States to build a multi-billion-dollar company that is changing the way the world thinks about healthy living.
Having a healthy lifestyle is new luxury, and Noom, we were lucky. Timely correct.
Welcome, Sae-ju Jeong, to The Globalists. Now, here you are, but 20 years ago, you were a Korean, you came to the United States with less than $5,000 in your bank account. In 20 years, you have a multi-billion-dollar company, possibly an IPO that could make it 10 billion US dollars. Do you pinch yourself? I mean, do you pinch yourself saying, is this real? Is this really happening?
First of all, thank you for having me here. It's my honor that I'm invited again. And I would say, yes, sometimes I feel like what we are experiencing at Noom and the journey that I have experienced and that we are going forward, yes, I feel sometimes a little surreal, but I feel like definitely very lucky we are where we are at, and also the opportunity that lead us to get excited for the next is real. And we are motivated to engage to solve the problem that we identified, that we believe we can help the lives get better. So that's where I am today.
But you know that in the early 2000s,
Right.
when you were a college student in Korea, and you decided to head to the U.S., why? I mean, that was a bold move.
Correct. At age 19, I had to choose the path that go to school, college, as majority of, actually probably almost all. So I followed that, and I was studying electrical engineering, but a hardship happened in my life that my father passed away, and that really changed the way I was thinking about the world and my life. In other words, that I paid attention, what should I do? Why am I here in this planet? I know it sounds a little like strange, but I became far more philosophical about my life, and that reset the priority, and it became very clear to me that I need to pursue my life for entrepreneurship, and also need to go to global in healthcare.
Wow. But, at that age, going to the United States, not knowing as much English as you know now.
Correct.
Why did you think you had to go to the United States?
The silver lining of the experience that I had with my father, that I was able to spend some time before he departed. So I chat a lot with my dad, and he helped me to discover my own talent. And the talent was, and I like people a lot, and I'm also a big dreamer. And he thought I have a good talent becoming a good entrepreneur. And I thought about the global market, and as I was going to reset my kind of life, right? I did not know any human, literally zero network. So I was looking for how I can start my life where I can be welcomed.
Yes.
That's how I chose New York City, which is internationally friendly city, and I think that decision was very much correct.
While you are a success today, it didn't happen overnight, and you made a lot of stumbles
Correct.
along the way.
Correct.
What were the most difficult stumbles you've had?
Well, in the beginning of the company now, Noom is 16th year as of like 2022. But first 8 years, we didn't have we didn't generate any revenue. we didn't have a revenue as a company. Because we were looking for what is a great product that we call from our words a product market fit that can scale to next level. And we couldn't figure that, although we had great capability to build very good technology, but we could not figure the product market fit first 8 years. And that was a difficult time. But we did not just slacking. We were trying to figure how we can provide the right services, but it's very difficult to identify the problem and to provide a solution.
Yeah. But was there a time in all of this that you said to yourself, okay, that's it, I'm done, I can't get out of this?
I had a moment, interesting enough that, yes, I get a lot of there's a lot of emotional roller coaster as a founder. I think most of the entrepreneurs and founders have the experience that no one told me to start a company. I started a company and I faced many times the difficulties and I felt stuck. I cannot move forward. I cannot even move backward. That feel very lonely and difficult. But I know this sounds very generic and cliche, but this is the truth that me and my co-founder followed by company mission. Because the company mission was driven by what we really wanted to achieve throughout our life. This is the part that I was heavily inspired by my dad at his deathbed. Before he passed away, he was a great man, great father, and a great doctor. He dedicated his entire life to save lives as a doctor by practicing. How wonderful is that and beautiful? I was heavily inspired because I interact with my father very well at the end tail of his life. I asked, where do you see your life, basically retrospective, his view of the life. And he taught me a lot about the legacy of the life, legacy. And that really resonated well with me by then, still very much today. And my co-founder, Artem, we are trying to figure, and we believe in legacy. And we chose a path that if we develop the service can deliver healthy outcome for users. And that led us, when we face a difficult time, let's think differently. We can do this, and we'll move forward.
That legacy you talked about from your father, it's basically while he treated the sick, you wanted to do prevention medicine.
Correct.
You wanted to catch people before they got sick.
Absolutely.
Which actually, from Korea, we hear a lot from our traditional medicine.
Absolutely.
Non-Western medicine.
That's what my father told me. And I've been actually re-educating the industry in the United States. Unfortunately, the modern medicine and also healthcare industry has been optimized for sick care treatment, which is very important. Sick care treatment, absolutely. If there's a patient is sick, absolutely we need to take care of because they are sick. There's an immediate symptom. But let's also think out of the box. There must be a lot of opportunity. Oneself, the patient, could also prevent that over many, many times. And our approach is we guide our users. We guide our industry that preventative approach is primary, is the first. Rather, we manage the sick care treatment and discharge the patient once the problem is solved but surface level. We need to really think what caused the conditions, what root cause led the sick. So if we can tackle that, how wonderful it can be.
And that's what makes Noom different from all the other healthcare apps or services out there?
I would say yes. There are many good companies out there as well. But I also want to mention the market has changed. COVID-19 also expedited the change of the adoption of how to think about immunity, right? And how to improve overall health. It became like the important topic, which I think that's a silver lining. I have seen the change of the scene around 7 or 10 years ago. People were looking for how to do yoga as a daily lifestyle, and drink a very quite costly but healthy juice or the smoothie instead of soda. They were changed, and now these days, entire generation, they are trying to adopt a healthy lifestyle, and because there's a new luxury. Again, having a healthy lifestyle is new luxury, and Noom, we were lucky. Timely correct. Our approach with psychology, behavior changing approach to, again, preventative approach overall for your health, holistic approach has been working well. Our service was ready, and we've been growing very fast, and we are very thankful on that.
So it's not like a one-stop solution. It's not do yoga and you'll get better.
Correct.
It's not drink this and you'll get better.
Yes.
It is change your lifestyle, and that's how you get.
Holistic approach. When we speak about healthy outcome, the way we define we help our users get healthy. So what we do, we guide our users to master 4 pillars. The 4 pillars consist of diet and nutrition, exercise, fitness, stress, anxiety management, sleep management, the resting. These are very important, not siloed. 4 pillars are very important and consist of how you overall do your wellness. And that's why a holistic approach matters. We guide our users to master 4 pillars by changing behavior.
So you have an army of experts in both mental and physical aspects, and so
Absolutely,
they sort
yes.
of there. Okay, I sort of get it. You're successful around the world, but you also have millions of subscribers in Korea, your
Correct.
home country. Looking at your Korean audience, I mean, if you look around the street, everyone seems very healthy, very fit.
Correct.
But you're still very successful here and gaining popularity. How do you see the average Korean health? How do you rate their health overall?
Korea is a relatively very healthy country among other the countries, I would say. The reason is because I give a lot of credit to our Korean, like we actually take care of ourselves very well. And our Korean food is also quite often quite healthy choices compared to other available the choices if I compare the cuisine from the other food. But the most important part is societal impact, that people are caring about overall health, and there's a lot of easy access. You can find very easily that hiking area, you can exercise outdoor gym that the government also provide in every single town in Korea. I think that's fantastic. Lastly, the NHIS, the centralized our insurance program, has done a fantastic job that the Korean can receive pretty strong and advanced the public health services. I think that is the main reason that the people are quite healthy.
It's interesting you point out the fact that Koreans look very healthy, but they also are focused on maintaining that
Correct.
health level.
It's a result of paying attention.
Yes. I mean, the world has gone through a 2.5 years of a painful pandemic, and you talked about some of the influences. How would you attribute, what kind of influence has the pandemic had on your growth?
I have to tell you that company was growing fast since 2016. So I would say Noom is Noom is beyond the COVID-19 story. But yes, definitely over unfortunate COVID-19 era, that we were able to serve the healthcare service remotely while majority of people had to stay at home, and they were looking for how to get healthy, either because they are already exposed to chronic conditions, which has a higher fatal rate for COVID-19. Second, also, they learn from the government and the media, the norm of build a better, stronger immunity is going to be the best way to fight against COVID-19. So people were looking for how to get healthy. That's why we were growing extra faster over COVID-19 time. And I believe that will stay. The lifestyle that people are paying attention to health, having a healthy lifestyle, I think here to stay.
Here to stay. You talked about your father and the influence he's had on Noom and you, and your approach to healthcare. If he were here today, how do you think he would look at what you're doing with Noom and your success?
Oh, that's very nice of you. First of all, I miss him very much. So it's a very emotional topic that I think my father would feel very proud of the platform that we created, that we are delivering a healthy outcome. Matter of fact, we receive a lot of letters from our users, millions user base right now. So, and I am beyond flattered that Noom helped their medical conditions that often our users are thanking our service helped them to reduced or dropped the mat because their health condition got better. That really touched my heart. And if my dad can watch this, I think he would be very proud of what we have achieved as a platform that we cover, touched millions of users. The patient can actually prevent and reverse the conditions.
I think he would. I agree with you.
Culturally, we have also proved that Koreans have advanced in so many ways, right? So when Americans see Korean company, that work ethic is kind of in there. So they know they're up in the forefront, innovating, trying to create something new, and they'll work hard to make it successful. So there's a positive view of what a Korean CEO and a Korean companies can bring.
Korean people really work hard and they don't give up. And one of the important things is the speed. How fast you make a product, how fast you launch a product. And Korean founders, not even they respond to their customers or clients within a day, but they solve the issue even one day. That happens. So customers in the US are, wow.
So, unlike when you were first a student and left Korea, when you come back now, you're a role model for other Korean entrepreneurs.
I'm flattered, yes.
You must get to meet a lot of them. What
Yes.
do they ask you about?
I often meet the entrepreneur who want to become an entrepreneur or became an entrepreneur but early stage company startup. And they often ask how to figure the product market fit, how to find investors, how to overcome the emotional roller coasters that they have a self-doubt about their the decision on starting the company, how to manage the recruit while they don't have much resources and money. And often I receive the question about how to go global market, how to go to global market.
And compared to when you first started in the US, do you find it an advantage being a Korean entrepreneur?
Absolutely, yes. I can sing a song about it, right? Because
I may ask you. We'll get to that later.
the reason is because Korea, I can tell, I'm the witness and I'm the testimonial that I can provide testimonial that I have seen the major change of perception around Korea, Korean and also Korea culture, Korean products and brands. People generally they are curious about Korea and Korean, and I think that is very positive. The change, and Korea government and also the startup infrastructure having very gotten much better. Really, like there's a ton of capital, and also there's a great mentorship program. Either the big corporate or government is supporting, sponsoring, and there's also very healthy the understanding of startup is difficult, but we need to support. There's a community understanding about startup. I think that's very good because the Koreans are now embracing the innovation and the cost of the innovation, and I think that's very, very, very good.
So is it a better environment for Korean startup to operate in the United States? Does that provide a better environment, business environment?
I would say yes. Noom, it took 16 years to build an established company. But I think there's a great opportunity for those who want to start a business, starting from Korea, targeting America global market. Absolutely. Why? Because there's a welcoming culture that the world appreciate Korean approach. They like Korea. And also great infrastructure support. As I mentioned, there's a great fund. It's infused by Korean government and also a lot of corporate. They put the money back to startup, which is very healthy economy. There's many successful startup entrepreneurs. They exited and they returned as a serial entrepreneur and they became an investor and they invest into the community. Now Korea have a very strong ecosystem for startup, for sure.
So if you were going to start today, would you not go to the US?
No, I will go to United States for sure, but I will do a little different than how I did. I will gather our talent starting from here. That way we can also bring the great, the talent of Korean, great the builders and product people and the very creative Korean talent and start from there. That way we have a very strong foundation, but target the global market, America, day one. But we can build from Korean talent but interact with America and target for global market. And there are many success cases. This I have seen from startup is applying that strategy.
You're very optimistic, which is actually very good for a lot of up-and-coming startups. But because of your experience, you've also experienced a lot of failures and getting up again.
Absolutely.
So what would be the number one watch-out point for a Korean entrepreneur or for any entrepreneur trying to be successful in the United States, the global stage?
Absolutely. I'd like to highlight two things I have seen often from early stage entrepreneurs made similar mistakes. That number one, they start company with ideas that they fully believe that ideas, right? The product market fit, right? The ideas will achieve success and they bet on everything. And they come to United States. It's kind of like all in. And I want to kindly advise that watch out because often what you think the great idea might not be the best idea can get you to the next stage. Often because the market tough. So I advise, please try to test ideas before fully commit and then invest to build and then face the difficult time. And second, come with open mind, complete open mind. Why is that? Diversity matters. Global market, especially America, the diversity is a very important topic. It's not only about the race, it's everywhere. Gender and how you look, everything. And mindset has to be very open-minded because that way you can invite the other talent. So unlearn what you learn as a Korean, but comes in with a great open-minded. That way you can learn, adapt, and build a better service for the massive market. That's my strong recommendation.
Good advice. I mean,
thank you.
It seems like first you test a little.
Oh yeah.
And you adjust with the outcome of your test.
Correct.
You know, be ready to pivot, adjust, whatever you need to do.
Absolutely, yes.
And also be interactive with your market, with the people that you are going to serve.
Of course.
On that path, what is the next chapter for Noom?
We believe having consumers and end users' voice is very important. Now they have received a great benefit of having a healthy lifestyle. I think we can make a good impact on changing the perception about healthcare is about preventative approach, not only seek care treatment. That is the next step that we want you to contribute.
You're gonna go up.
Absolutely. We want to enter in, but we the support from end users. So powerful because they have seen they improve themselves to get healthy, and that is the trend, very healthy trend. That way now, with legacy, but important healthcare major players, again, payers, health insurance companies, doctors network, we can work together because they want to have a preventative approach. And that should be also the major focus in overall healthcare. Isn't that nice?
Yeah. Next challenge, though, a big challenge.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Good luck on that, and good luck on the next chapter of Noom.
We'll continue to try hard, yes.
And maybe we'll see you here again for your next adventures and how that has worked out. I hope so.
That would be my honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
And I will be back next week to talk with another globalist who is changing how Korea impacts the world. Sun Ji-ae out.